What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I am LV Live. Thank you for coming by. Also, too, please hit that like, share, subscribe button right there. I just appreciate you guys coming through, man. I have new subscribers this week. Appreciate everybody that's doing that. If you can, please put the word out, for, friends, whomever, about my show. Also, too, please leave comments. You know what I mean? I would love to hear what you guys have to say so I can respond and we can go back and forth with the nice, friendly debate. Let's keep it G-rated, right? But look, this is not going to be G-rated, okay? Let's get straight into it. The Giants get smoked. 38-11, but all right, before I really get into that, let me ask you this question. Did we see this coming? Did we? With the Rams coming in town, with the best defense in the league, probably right in front of, I would say, probably the Redskins or something like that. Redskins are pretty tough. Did we see this coming? Did we? This is what maybe this bad? I don't know about this bad though, right? Just a question I'm having for you guys. And another question, or a statement, shall I say? They say it's not over till the fat lady sings, right? Is she singing? Is she? Is she singing? Is she kind of? I'm hearing little tunes. I'm hearing something. Listen, look, okay. I'm pausing because it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. This is real stuff, Giants fans. It's real stuff here. You're seeing this is not made up stuff. All right, this is LV Live. This is me being real and authentic. Okay, this is my real emotions. All right. Okay, so Daniel Jones, right? He has a lot of picks today. People are probably saying, I don't think he's the problem. I really don't. I think the kid is playing really, really well. I really, really do. And I think that he's shown a lot this year. He's going against the top defense in the league. Ready? The first drive looked great. Tony looked great. They were moving. Then Tony goes down. It's just been our luck as of today. And he happens to be a wide receiver. Oh, another thing. And he's on offense. See? He goes down. He's out for the game. So now, who does he have to throw to? Who? Pettis? Ross? Johnson? Shepard's back from a hamstring, so I don't really think he's 100%. And can anybody tell me where the heck is Evan Ingram? It's like he's in Beirut or something like that. Where's he at? I don't see no plays being drawn up for him. Maybe towards the end of the game, I saw Jones trying to pass him the ball in the slant. That's when he got picked. But it was three guys around him. Where's Evan Ingram? Look, and then you guys, it's like I said, I'm sorry I'm pausing, but it's a lot, okay? Then we look at the defense, right? People are going to say defense, the defense really gave up I would say probably a legit 17 points, man. 17 points. You got to understand it. You can't turn the ball over 4 times and just keep on putting the defense out there and say, get a stop, get a stop, get a stop. Not against that offense. Not against that offense. So I thought the defense played well. Leonard Williams looks like a stud in there as usual. I'm glad we paid him the money. I like Tate Crowder. McKinney had 2 picks, even though the one was kind of, I get it was like a Hail Mary kind of, but the last pick was pretty good. But what I'm saying is, and then also too, they're putting Jabril Peppers in the slot to defend. He's not a slot defender. He doesn't defend the slot. I don't care what his skill set, what you think, and his speed. No. He's very much like a Troy Polamalu, Jamal Adams type of safety. That's where you need him. Right there in the box, backing up to cover tight ends. That's it. He can't cover a slot. A slot is like a Sterling Shepard type of player. A Cooper Kupp who was torching Peppers today. You guys help me. I mean, you guys know a Kadarius Toney, he's like a slot player, right? Very, very shifty players. They're very, very hard to defend. Those slot wide receivers, extremely hard to defend. So you got to have a special type of corner who can really defend him. Peppers is not really a corner. I mean, if you know Pepper's history, I mean, he played it like in college and high school, but in college they changed him up. They switched him up. He's like a safety. He's like a hybrid. He's like a rover type of player. You got to put him in his strength to where he can really do what he can do. Blitzing off the corner, stopping a run, stopping the tight end coming across like slants. That's when he can get his picks and take it to the house. You got to put the guys in the right situation, man. You have to. And that's where, believe it or not, I look to coaching. So, that's where I bring it to. The Giants have gotten smoked for the last 2 weeks. Now, I get it. They haven't had their offense. They haven't had pretty much the pieces that they need for certain things to come together, right? They haven't had it. So you have to kind of like really take that into consideration. You have to. I mean, you just can't ignore that, right? You can't ignore that. But let me tell you guys a little background, right, on Joe Judge. Joe Judge comes from the system of like Bill Belichick, Nick Saban, right? Those type of guys. Those guys are very, very type of they're the type of coaches. They really work their players, like they overwork them. In Alabama, there's always been issues with Nick Saban overworking guys. Like, guys get hurt a lot at Alabama. And Saban is able to do that because he has a lot of five-star recruits now. And I'm getting a little deep on you guys, so pay attention to me. Stay focused. So at Alabama, Nick Saban was able to do those things. So, and so was next guy up. So if this guy drops off and gets injured, all right, I got another five-star right behind him. So he can overwork guys in practice. So if guys are pulling hamstrings, just getting a lot of injuries during the season, he can always next guy up. Bill Belichick, same thing. That's, him and Nick Saban like two peas in a pot. Bill Belichick and Nick Saban. That's the coaching tree that Joe Judge is from. So he's bringing that over with the Giants. So people are saying, oh, wow, that's great. That's what... Yeah, but it doesn't work all the time. It doesn't. And what you're seeing now is you're seeing a lot of guys getting hurt and having these nagging injuries. And that's because they're getting overworked in practice, during the week, all this stuff, like right before a game. They don't usually do that in the NFL because usually the backup is not as good as the starter. It's not. So the team is run differently in the pros. It just is. And Joe Judge is kind of doing some of that. And now you start to see a lot of nagging injuries from the team, like hamstrings and stuff like that. Andrew Thomas, I think Andrew Thomas, sorry, the left tackle, his foot, he was out again today. I mean, you can't coach that way. You have to know how much to give your team during the week as far as practice preparation, all that stuff, how hard you're going to be. I'm not speaking of during the season. I'm speaking of prior to the season. I'm speaking of pretty much the whole pie. You got to know what you're doing when you're coaching these guys and what you can give them and what you can't give them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to know that because in doing that, then you're going to kind of be able to avoid these injury plays. Like, these guys have these lingering injuries. Peppers wasn't 100% today. I could tell he wasn't. The hamstrings are going to linger. They linger pretty much throughout the whole season. You see Slayton missed his third game with a hamstring. Shepard, he played okay, but he's not really fully, he's not fully healthy. You know what I mean? A hamstring. So these guys got the same injury. Same type of injury. So that means they're being overworked someplace. And they're being overworked in practice. Me, honestly, guys, my honest opinion, I think the Giants have a great team. I do. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, are you crazy, LV? Do you see what's going on? You're nuts. No, I think they have a great team. Like I said at my last rant and show, it's all about leadership. I think after this season, to me, I think Joe Judge is on a hot seat now. I think Gettleman is on a hot seat now. And I think Mara needs to start looking at his next coaching staff. I have one guy in mind who I think they should go after and go after hard. And don't shortchange, right? Don't shortchange him. Let's open up the checkbook. Eric Bieniemy, Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. You heard it here first. Eric Bieniemy. I would like to see him here in New York. I think it's time for a change, people. I think they need new leadership, new guidance. I think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time. I think it's time. Do I cut him off now? Now let him finish the season. Finish the season. Finish. Just finish. But we need new leadership. We need new guidance. We do. Because we have the pieces. We have the pieces. We do. We were all excited about the season. Season's not over. Season just started, but it feels like it's already over. And I blame that on the leadership. Period. I think we have a strong piece in Daniel Jones. We have a great wide receiver core. We have a great running back. Of course. I love Booker. I think we should bring him back. But what we need in the draft, first, offensive line. O-line. That's what we need. Before we even get to the draft, new leadership. Yep. You heard it here first, LV Live. I know I'm jumping down. I know I'm going far. I'm all the way next year already. But like I said at the beginning of this show, I'm starting to hear the fat lady. I'm starting to hear her. She's singing. I'm starting to hear her. So listen, guys, look. Tell me what you think. If you have more comments, please leave them. But it's time. It's time for new leadership in that locker room. We need it. We need it bad. But once again, people, stay committed. Stay loyal. We will right the ship. Big Blue all day. Sorry. Just upset. Listen, guys, look. Thanks for coming through to my show. Appreciate you guys coming through. Once again, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Appreciate you guys coming through. And let's stick together. Let's be loyal. Let's love this team. And let's get a new head man in charge there. Or head ball coach, as they like to call him, in New York. And we'll be good to go. All right? LV Live, I'm out. Speak to you guys next week. Peace.